The final night of the unsinkable. The RMS Titanic had set sail from Southampton on April 10, 1912, a floating palace of luxury and ambition. Passengers from all walks of life, wealthy elites in gilded suites, hopeful immigrants in steerage, boarded with dreams of America. The ship called at Cherbourg and Queenstown, then plunged into the vast Atlantic, its engines humming with promise. Days blurred into a rhythm of opulent dinners, deck promenades, and starry nights, the ocean a serene expanse under clear skies. But on April 14th, the last full day, an uneasy chill settled over the ship. The air grew frigid as Titanic steamed into iceberg-laden waters, warnings crackling over the wireless from nearby vessels. Yet Captain Smith pressed on at near full speed, confident in the unsinkable liner's might. Morning brought a crisp dawn. Passengers bundled in coats strolled the decks, gazing at the glassy sea. In the grand saloon, laughter echoed over brunch, crystal clinking amid conversations of fortunes and futures. Below, stokers shoveled coal into roaring boilers, sweat mingling with the ship's relentless pulse. As afternoon faded, the sun dipped low, casting long shadows across the waves. Children played quoits on deck, while couples leaned on railings watching the horizon. Officers scanned for hazards, but the sea remained deceptively calm. Dusk arrived swiftly, the sky turning inky black without a moon to light the way. Dinner that evening was lavish: oysters, roast beef, and fine wines in the first-class dining room, where the band played waltzes. In steerage, families shared simple meals, stories flowing in a babble of languages. The ship's lights twinkled like a beacon, cutting through the growing darkness. Night deepened and the temperature plummeted. Up in the crow's nest high above the deck, lookouts Frederick Fleet and Reginald Lee shivered in the biting wind, their eyes watering from the cold. No binoculars, lost in Southampton, forced them to rely on naked vision in the pitch-black void. The sea was a mirror, stars reflecting like diamonds, but the horizon blurred into nothingness. Fleet stamped his feet for warmth, peering intently, his breath fogging the air. Lee stood beside him, scanning left and right, the ship's bow slicing silently through the water. Then at 11:40 p.m., a faint silhouette emerged from the gloom, a massive, ghostly form rising from the sea. As it drew nearer, terror gripped them. It wasn't just any iceberg, this one was grotesquely shaped like a colossal human nose, as if carved by some malevolent force. Towering over 100 feet, its broad base flared into two cavernous nostrils, dark voids that seemed to inhale the night air. The bridge curved upward in a smooth, fleshy arch, pitted with icy ridges like veins, leading to a bulbous tip that hooked slightly, resembling a Roman profile frozen in eternal sneer. Jagged edges along the sides mimicked flared ala, and crystalline frost outlined the septum, glistening under the faint starlight. It loomed impossibly large, a surreal apparition from a nightmare, its humanoid form amplifying the horror. Nature's cruel mimicry of man, indifferent and deadly. Fleet's blood ran cold. His hands trembled as he seized the bell, clanging it wildly. Lee's face paled, eyes wide with dread, realizing the ship's path led straight into this monstrous nasal monolith. Panic surged, there was no time. Fleet snatched the telephone to the bridge, his voice cracking in a desperate yell. "Noseberg, straight ahead!" The cry shattered the silence, echoing down to the decks below. The bridge erupted into action. First Officer Murdoch barked orders. "Hard to starboard!" Engines reversing in a futile roar. But Titanic's massive hull couldn't turn fast enough. With a grinding screech, the starboard side scraped the iceberg's jagged nostrils, steel plates buckling like tin, ice shards cascaded onto the deck, passengers jolting awake in confusion. Water gushed into the breached compartments, the ship listing as pumps whined in vain. Chaos unfolded. Alarms blared, lifeboats lowered half empty in the frenzy. Women and children first, but far too few seats. The band played ragtime, then hymns as flares arced into the sky unanswered. Decks tilted, furniture sliding, screams piercing the night. Steerage flooded first, trapping the poorest below. By 2:20 a.m., Titanic's bow submerged, stern rearing like a dying beast. Lights flickered out, the hull snapping with a thunderous crack. The forward section plunged, pulling the aft down in a vortex of foam and debris. The ocean claimed the liner, its grandeur vanishing into the abyss, leaving only wreckage and the cries of survivors adrift in the freezing dark. The nose-shaped iceberg drifted on, a silent sentinel to hubris.